Young Thug. In today's video we'll learn about Young Thug. Going through the sections: abstract, early life, career, artistry, personal life, external links, abstract. Jeffrey Lamar Williams, born August 16, 1991, known professionally as Young Thug, is an American rapper, singer, and songwriter. He is considered to be one of the most influential rappers of his generation, with his music having heavily shaped contemporary trap music and inspired numerous artists. Known for his eccentric vocal style and fashion, he first received attention for his collaborations with rappers Birdman and Gucci Mane. Thug initially released a series of independent mixtapes beginning in 2011 with I Came From Nothing. In early 2013, he signed with Gucci Mane's 1017 Records, and later that year he released his label debut mixtape 1017 Thug to critical praise. Young Thug received mainstream recognition in 2014 with the singles Stoner and Danny Glover, in addition to appearances on several singles, including T.I.'s single About the Money, Tyga's single Hookah, and Rich Gang's single Lifestyle. That year, he also signed to Leora Cohen's 300 Entertainment and collaborated on the mixtape Rich Gang, The Tour Part 1. In 2015, he released a number of mixtapes, including Barter 6 and 2 installments of his Slime Season series. These were followed in 2016 by the commercial mixtapes I'm Up, Slime Season 3, and Jeffrey. In 2017, Thug featured on the hit song Havana by pop singer Camila Cabello, which became his first #1 single on the Billboard Hot 100. In 2018, he released a compilation album Slime Language with his label YSL Records. In 2019, he won a Grammy Award for Song of the Year for his songwriting contribution on This Is America. Young Thug's debut studio album, So Much Fun, 2019, debuted at #1 on the US Billboard 200. It included his two highest charting singles at the time, The London, featuring J. Cole and Travis Scott, and Hot, featuring Gunna, which peaked at number 12 and 11, respectively, on the Billboard Hot 100. The following year, he and Chris Brown reached number 9 on the Hot 100 with their single Go Crazy from the collaborative mixtape Slime and B, 2020. Additionally, he reached number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 for the second time in his career with his feature alongside British rapper MIA on Travis Scott's single Franchise. Young Thug's second studio album, Punk, is yet to be released. This project compresses information gathered from Wikipedia in video format. Why should I watch it? Studies prove that reading while listening improves comprehension, increases speed as well as expands vocabulary and enhances fluency. Provide your feedback on the comments section. Support the channel by subscribing and liking the video, thanks. Early life. Jeffrey Lamar Williams was born in Atlanta, the 10th of 11 children. He is from Sylvan Hills, a neighborhood in Atlanta, Zone 3, and grew up in the Jonesboro South Projects. Other rappers from the neighborhood include Waka Flocka Flame, 2 Chainz, Ludacris and Williams's childhood friend Pee Wee Longway, from whom Williams lived 4 doors down. Young Thug has told interviewers that he was expelled in the 6th grade for breaking a teacher's arm. He was sent to juvenile prison for 4 years. Career. Young Thug began his musical career in 2010, debuting as a guest appearance on rapper True Royal's song She Can Go. After releasing the first 3 installments of his mixtape series I Came From Nothing throughout 2011 and 2012, Young Thug caught the attention of fellow Atlanta-based rapper Gucci Mane, who went on to sign Young Thug to his label 1017 Brick Squad Records, an Asylum/Atlantic imprint, in 2013. Thug subsequently released his first project on the label, his 4th mixtape, 1017 Thug. The mixtape was met with positive reviews from music critics, which noted it for its original style. 1017 Thug was included in a number of year-end lists for 2013, such as the Pitchfork Albums of the Year, Honorable Mention and Complex as the 50 Best Albums of 2013. Fact called it the best mixtape of 2013. Rolling Stone placed it at number 5 on their 10 best mixtapes of 2013 and The Guardian placed it among the 5 best mixtapes of 2013. Young Thug's song Picacho was noted as one of the standout tracks from the mixtape. Although it was not released as a single, the song was included on a number of 2013 year-end lists, such as Rolling Stone's 100 Best Songs of 2013, Pitchfork's The Top 100 Tracks of 2013, and Spin's 50 Best Songs of 2013. In July 2013, Complex included him in their list of 25 new rappers to watch out for. In October 2013, Young Thug released his commercial debut single Stoner. The song spawned a number of unofficial remixes by several rappers, including Wale, Jim Jones, Jadakiss, I Am Sue and Trick Trick, among others. Thug expressed his disapproval for the remixes, commenting, "If you feel like my song isn't tough enough to the point where you have to freestyle, don't think I'm happy that you're doing it because of who you are. I'm ready for a war." His song Danny Glover also received a number of remixes by Waka Flocka Flame and Nicki Minaj, among others. In October 2013, Young Thug also appeared on a few tracks on 19 and Boomin' by Metro Boomin, including Some More, the first song he made with Alex Toomey, who became his go-to engineer for almost everything from then until Slime Season 2. In December 2013, Thug performed at Fool's Gold Day Off show in Miami, among Danny Brown, Trick Daddy, and Travis Scott. Pitchfork ranked 1017 Thug as one of the best albums of the first half of the 2010s decade, at number 96. On January 18, 2014, Young Thug revealed that he had been offered $8.5 million to sign to Future's Free Band's record label. In March 2014, Young Thug's affiliation with Cash Money Records and its chief executive officer, CEO, Birdman, resulted in much speculation in the media about him signing to the label. However, the label's publicist later stated this was untrue. On March 28, 2014, Ronald Caveman Rosario, director of urban music at 1017 Distribution, cleared the situation, stating that Young Thug signed a management deal with Birdman's Rich Gang, not a record deal, and is still signed to 1017 Brick Squad. In 2014, Thug also recorded several songs with Kanye West, who praised him for his ability to make songs so fast. Thug announced that he had upcoming mixtapes with Rich Homie Quan, Chief Keef, and Bloody J. Young Thug would go on to be featured on the March 2014 cover of The Fader. On March 11, 2014, his debut single Stoner was serviced to rhythmic contemporary radio in the United States by Asylum and Atlantic Records. On March 24, 2014, Thug stated his debut album would be titled Carter 6, referencing the highly acclaimed The Carter album series by American hip-hop superstar Lil Wayne, who has been the biggest influence in Young Thug's music career. 2 days later, it was revealed that Young Thug was working on a collaborative album with American record producer Metro Boomin, which is titled Metro Thuggin' and set for release in spring 2014. The first song from the project, titled The Language, uses elements from Canadian rapper Drake's The Language, was released the same day. In April 2014, Young Thug released a new 808 Mafia-produced song titled You, which was named one of the 5 best songs of the week by XXL. A remix of the song was supposed to be on Thug's debut album with verses from Lil Wayne and Drake, but that never happened. On June 17, 2014, Kevin Liles confirmed that Young Thug had been officially signed to his and Leora Cohen's label 300 Entertainment. On July 1, 2014, Asylum Records and Atlantic Records officially released Young Thug's 2013 fan-favorite song Danny Glover, retitling it Two Bitches. Also on July 1, Mass Appeal Records released Old English, the first single from their compilation album Mass Appeal Volume 1, which features Young Thug alongside fellow American rappers A$AP Ferg and Freddie Gibbs. On October 16, 2014, the first single from Cash Money Records' Rich Gang 2 compilation, was released titled Take Care, featuring Young Thug and Lil Wayne. The December 4, 2014 issue of Rolling Stone called Young Thug the most exciting new voice of hip-hop and hip-hop's new crown prince. At the end of the year, music critic Robert Christgau named Black Portland Young Thug's collaborative mixtape with Bloody J the 4th best album of 2014. In 2015, a series of data breaches leaked hundreds of unreleased tracks from Young Thug's archives to the internet. Young Thug's planned debut album was set for release in 2015, and was said to be named Carter 6, in homage to Lil Wayne's upcoming album, The Carter 5. Lil Wayne, however, wasn't happy about the tribute, telling the audience of a show in April 2015 to stop listening to Young Thug. After claiming he's been threatened with lawsuits, Young Thug announced that he was changing the title to Carter 6 and clarified that it would be a mixtape rather than his debut album. Young Thug announced April 18, 2015, that his official debut album will be titled High UN 35, which translates to High Tunes. In May 2015, after much confusion as to who he was signed to and managed by, having been aligned with Gucci Mane's 1017 Records, Features free bands, Leor Cohen's 300 Entertainment and Birdman's Rich Gang. Young Thug revealed I manage myself. I'm signed with Atlantic. I have a big, special deal with Atlantic, and it's only Atlantic. Birdman is my homie. He also revealed he would be releasing another mixtape prior to the album, titled The Carter 5. To circumvent their further spread of leaked tracks, Thug released the well-received compilation mixtape Slime Season and Slime Season 2. Young Thug revealed in late June 2015 that he and Kanye West have discussed the prospect of a joint album together, both agreeing after a meeting in the spring. Details are still scarce, but Thug said Kanye was impressed after previewing his unreleased music. I was letting him hear all the music. Then he said I was like Bob Marley and he wanted to do an album with me. I was like, let's roll. The rapper said. Young Thug appeared on West's 2016 album The Life of Pablo, and West tweeted that he would release further collaborations with Young Thug on Tidal. In July 2015, 300 Entertainment released a promotional single, Pacifier, in support of Young Thug's debut album High Tunes, stylized as High. UN 35. The song features production from Mike Will Made It, and was noted by critics for its experimentation with more extreme vocal skedding. On February 4, 2016, Young Thug released a mixtape titled I'm Up. On March 26, 2016, he released the final installment of the Slime Season series and Slime Season 3, declaring the mixtape the end of a phase marked by leaked material. Young Thug toured the United States on his May 2016 High Tunes tour, which featured Artistry Day, TM88, and Rich the Kid. Young Thug was featured in Calvin Klein's Fall 2016 fashion campaign, along with Frank Ocean among others. On July 9, 2016, he announced his self-titled mixtape Jeffrey was coming out soon. On August 16, 2016, Thug announced he would change his name to Jeffrey for 1 week, the week during the release of the Jeffrey mixtape. The album artwork features Young Thug dressed in an androgynous dress designed by Italian designer Alessandro Trincone, and was photographed by Garfield Lamond. The artwork went viral and prompted a wide range of responses on social media. In November 2016, he announced he was starting his own record label imprint called YSL Records. In March 2017, Thug was featured on Drake's songs Sacrifices and Ice Melts on the former's commercial mixtape, More Life, the former song being alongside 2 Chainz. He was featured on Calvin Harris' song Heatstroke along with Ariana Grande and Pharrell Williams, released in March 2017. In April 2017, Young Thug announced the commercial mixtape Beautiful Thugger Girls, originally titled EBBTG. The project was executively produced by Drake and was released on June 16, 2017. In August, he featured on Camila Cabello's single Havana, which peaked at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, becoming his first #1 hit. In September 2017, he released a joint EP with DJ Carnage titled Young Martha. In October 2017, Thug released a collaborative mixtape with Future titled Super Slimy. It includes tracks recorded by each of the artists individually as well as both together, and features guest vocals from rapper Offset. In 2018, Young Thug released the single Ride For Me, a collaboration by A-Track, Falcons, and 24 Hours via A-Track's record label Fool's Gold. He released the EP Hear No Evil in April 2018. Young Thug co-wrote and provided background vocals on Childish Gambino's This Is America, which debuted at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart for May 19, 2018. In August 2018, he released another compilation album, Slime Language. On May 23, 2019, Young Thug released the single The London, featuring American rappers J. Cole and Travis Scott. On the same day, also announced his forthcoming debut studio album, which was originally called Gold Mouth Dog. On July 19, 2019, Young Thug announced that the album had been renamed to So Much Fun. On August 10, 2019, Young Thug announced the album's release date and cover art. The track listing was revealed on August 15. The album was released on August 16, 2019, the rapper's 28th birthday. It features guest appearances from Future, Machine Gun Kelly, Gunna, Lil Baby, Lil Uzi Vert, Lil Duke, 21 Savage, Doughboy, Lil Keed, Quavo, Juice WRLD, Nav, J. Cole, and Travis Scott. The album debuted at #1 on the US Billboard 200. On October 31, 2019, a song from the album called Hot, featuring American rapper and fellow label mate Gunna, became the album's second single due to a remix with an additional feature from Travis Scott. The London, which peaked at number 12 and 11, respectively, on the Billboard Hot 100. The deluxe edition of the album was released on December 20, 2019, with extra guest appearances from Gunna and Travis Scott, separately and including the remix of Hot. On April 29, 2020, Young Thug and American singer Chris Brown announced their collaborative mixtape, Slime and B. It was released on May 5, 2020, which was the latter's 31st birthday. It features guest appearances from Major 9, Gunna, Lil Duke, Too Short, E40, Hoodie Baby, and Future. The mixtape's lead single, Go Crazy, peaked at number 9 on the Billboard Hot 100, becoming Thug's highest charting single as the lead artist. On September 25, 2020, Thug was featured alongside British rapper MIA on American rapper and singer Travis Scott's single Franchise, which debuted at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, making Thug's second number 1 single. Throughout the year, he had 14 chart entries on the Hot 100, due to a lot of collaborations with other artists. Artistry. Young Thug has received both praise and criticism for his eccentric and unique vocal style, which has been described as departing from traditional rap lyricism and sometimes intelligible meaning. Jeff Weiss of BBC called him the most influential rapper of the 21st century. According to The Fader, in a typical Young Thug verse, he slurs, shouts, whines and sings, feverishly contorting his voice into a series of odd timbres like a beautifully played but broken wind instrument. Pitchfork called his style extraordinarily distinctive and a weird, experimental approach to rapping while praising his presence, persona, mystique, and, potentially, star power. Billboard wrote that Thug uses this multiplicative vocal delivery to his advantage. Where another rapper might lapse into repetition, he finds a new way to distress and warp his tone, to burrow resourcefully into rhythmic cracks and crevices. Complex noted his aptitude for creating catchy, melodic hooks. XXL called him a rap weirdo, stating that Thug's charisma, unhinged flow and hooks make his music intriguing. Critic Sheldon Pierce wrote that Thug understands the modern pop song construction better than anyone. Anything and everything can be a hook. Young Thug has been noted for his fast working method, with several collaborators observing his tendency to freestyle tracks live in the studio or quickly develop lyrics on the spot. He doesn't write down lyrics on paper, but has been known to plan lyrics by drawing shapes and signs. Consequence of Sound stated that his work is constantly rooted in improvisation, an inherently thrilling concept that's embedded itself in black music. Discussing his work, Williams has claimed the ability to write a hit song in 10 minutes and set him in the studio so much, he'll just try stuff. I just think and try, think and try. I don't really know how to sing, but I've been trying for years. Young Thug has cited American rapper Lil Wayne as his biggest idol and influence. In an interview with Complex magazine he says, "I want to get in the studio with Wayne more than anybody in the world." He has also cited mentor Gucci Mane and Kanye West as influences. Vibe magazine called Young Thug one of the most unpredictable, charismatic, and outlandish personalities in hip-hop today. Rovi called him a fashion icon. His wardrobe has been described as eccentric and consists predominantly of women's clothing, which he has preferred to wear since age 12. The Seattle Times wrote that with a fashion sense as unconventional as his rapping, Young Thug can regularly be seen on his Instagram account rocking painted fingernails, skin-tight jeans or a kid-sized dress as a shirt, which, along with his habit of regularly referring to close male friends as hubby or lover, has led to rumors about his sexual orientation. In an advertisement for Calvin Klein, Thug proclaimed, "In my world, you can be a gangsta with a dress or you can be a gangsta with baggy pants." Foos Ion described him as defying gender stereotypes and agitating the way hip-hop defines black masculinity, through his eccentric sense of style. He has been compared to David Bowie, Prince, and Little Richard. The media has called him gender fluid and androgynous. GQ called him at once a hero and an outsider and a leader of the psychedelic fashion movement of rap hippies. In February 2018, Young Thug rebranded himself Sex. Personal life. Young Thug has 6 children by 4 women, 3 sons and 3 daughters. He became a father at the age of 17. In April 2015, he became engaged to Jerica Carlay, who runs a swimsuit line and whose mother manages young Dolph. Thug bought his first home in September 2016 after the release of his mixtape Jeffrey. The home, based in Buckhead, Atlanta, is more than 11,000 square feet, has 6 bedrooms, 11 bathrooms, a full bar, a theater room and a 4-car garage. Since his career began, Young Thug has had many run-ins with the law. In April 2015, after a Lil Wayne tour bus was fired at by members of the Blood Street Gang, Thug was one of the individuals involved in a lawsuit after the bus driver of the tour bus decided to sue Cash Money Records, Young Money Records, Birdman, and Young Thug. A lawsuit was filed against Thug in January 2017 after Thug didn't show up at a concert in Solon Stadium after a $55,000 contract was signed. This wasn't the first time a lawsuit has been filed against Thug for not appearing at a concert, as a Texas production company filed a lawsuit against Thug in April 2016 after he failed to perform at a concert. Thug was cleared of battery in April 2017 after reportedly slapping a woman outside a nightclub in the previous month. The woman was arguing with Thug's fiancée, Jerica Carlay, when Thug supposedly stepped in and attacked the woman. The charges were dropped due to a lack of evidence. Young Thug's gun and drug charges were dropped in April 2017 following the raid of his then home in Sandy Springs, Georgia, which resulted in Thug being charged with felony cocaine possession, felony marijuana possession and 3 counts of felony gun possession. Thug's lawyers argued that police conducted the search without a warrant, which led to the DA dropping all charges except felony marijuana possession. It was reported in April 2017 that Thug was being sued by Heritage Select Homes for owing almost $2.2 million in house payments. On September 24, 2017, Thug was arrested in Brookhaven, Georgia on multiple drug possession charges and possession of a firearm. Thug was released on bond on September 27, 2017. On September 7, 2018, Thug was charged with possession and intent to distribute meth, hydrocodone and marijuana. He's also charged with possession of amphetamine, alprazolam, codeine, 2 counts, and a firearm. In December 2016, Thug joined the #FightPovertyAgain campaign. On June 29, 2017, Thug donated all proceeds of a sold-out concert to Planned Parenthood, stating on Twitter that "I was a teenage parent. Planned plus unplanned parenthood is beautiful." On October 20, 2019, Young Thug appeared on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon alongside Gunna.